Welcome in, everybody, to another deep dive. Today, we are going to be diving deep into some traditional beverages.
Ooh, fun.
I think you're going to like this one. I think this is going to be right up your alley. So we have a ton of material today, all about traditional drinks from the Himachal Pradesh region of India.
Wow, okay.
So,
I'm excited.
yeah, we're going to be talking about everything from brewing methods to cultural significance and even some of the surprising ingredients in some of these beverages. But I think it's important to kind of have a base understanding before we jump in too far. What do you think?
Yeah, I think starting with a little bit of context can really help people appreciate these drinks on a deeper level.
Yeah.
These beverages are more than just drinks. They're woven into the fabric of life in Himachal Pradesh.
Yeah.
They're really connected to the land, to the people, and especially at all the festivities and rituals that happen throughout the year.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really understand a culture's cuisine without understanding the environment that it came from.
Right, exactly. And you see that so clearly with these drinks. The ingredients they use often come straight from the surrounding mountains.
Okay.
And the way they're made and shared often reflects the close-knit communities and their traditions.
So it's like a direct connection to their environment, their culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I am thirsty for knowledge, I have to say.
Okay.
I'm so ready to dive into these drinks. What's the first one we're going to explore?
Okay, so picture yourself, in a cozy little Himalayan pub, and the first drink you're offered is chang.
Okay.
Have you heard of this one?
I have not.
It's often called Himalayan beer.
Okay.
It's this wonderful fermented drink, usually made from barley or millet. And you'll find it in various forms across Kulu Spiti Leh. It's super popular in those high-altitude regions.
I mean, I love a good beer, so I'm already intrigued by the Himalayan beer.
You'll love this one. It's not like your typical beer, but it's got this really unique flavor. What's really cool? You can actually trace the history of trade routes through the Himalayas just by looking at the different chang recipes in each area.
Really?
Yeah, little variations in ingredients, they tell a story of how people and ideas move through these mountains over centuries.
Wow, so it's like a liquid history lesson.
Exactly. A delicious one at that.
I love that. Okay, so we talked about how important the social aspect of these drinks is. Can you tell me a little more about how chang is made and shared?
Yeah, so with chang, the brewing process is often a communal activity, especially for women. They'll gather together and share stories and laughter while they work.
I love that.
And then when it's ready to drink, they traditionally share it from a single bowl passed around the group.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful symbol of their connection and unity.
It's almost like a ritual in a way.
Right. It's about so much more than just the drink itself. It's about strengthening those bonds and celebrating their shared heritage.
That's really cool. Okay, so we talked about the Himalayan beer. What other fermented goodies do they have in Himachal Pradesh?
Oh, we can't forget about Ro.
Okay.
Another classic. This one is a traditional rice beer that's also deeply tied to their festivals and rituals. It's made with fermented rice, and it can vary a lot from region to region.
Okay.
But what sets Ro apart is that in some areas they add specific medicinal herbs during the brewing process.
Whoa, hold on. Medicinal herbs in beer. Tell me more about this.
It's really fascinating. It's like a glimpse into their ancient knowledge of plants and healing. It's almost like a medicinal beer in a way.
Okay.
Each ingredient is chosen for its specific properties, whether it's to aid digestion, boost immunity, or even ward off colds.
So it's like they've combined their traditional brewing practices with their traditional medicine.
Yeah, exactly. This is an amazing blend of tradition and wellness all in one drink.
Wow. I'm so intrigued by this medicinal beer. I gotta say I'm a little nervous to try it. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
Well, you got to keep an open mind.
Okay.
You never know what you might discover. Speaking of discoveries, are you ready for a real surprise?
Okay, lay it on me.
Have you ever heard of a drink made from fermented bread?
Fermented bread? What?
I know it sounds strange, right? But it's a real thing.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite popular in a specific region of Himachal Pradesh. It's called Sivir. Yeah, and it's specific to the Kulu Valley. They basically take wheat or rice flour dough, ferment it overnight, and then steam it.
Okay.
Sometimes they even sweeten it with jaggery. And the result is this chewy, slightly alcoholic bread that you can eat on its own or enjoy with tea or milk.
So you're telling me they took bread and turned it into a drink?
It's more like a hybrid, I guess. You can eat it and drink it. It's got this unique flavor profile, kind of a mix of sweet and tangy and yeasty. Definitely an acquired taste. But it speaks volumes about the creativity and resourcefulness of the people of Himachal Pradesh.
Yeah, I love that.
They've taken something as basic as bread and transformed it into this whole new culinary experience.
That is really cool.
Right.
All right, well, so far we've gotten a taste of Chang, the Himalayan beer. We've got Ro, the medicinal rice beer, and Sidhu, the fermented bread drink.
I am loving this journey already.
Me too.
I am so excited to see what else they have in store for us.
Oh, we've only just scratched the surface. There's a whole world of flavors waiting to be discovered, from fruity wines to refreshing herbal infusions, and maybe even a few more surprises along the way.
Ooh, I love surprises.
Yeah.
Okay, so stay tuned, folks, because we are about to dive even deeper into the world of traditional Himachali beverages. And you don't want to miss a sip of this adventure. All right, so we've explored some of the fermented drinks, but what about those fruity drinks you mentioned earlier? I'm always up for something refreshing, especially after all that fermented bread and medicinal beer.
Oh yeah, those are coming up. But before we get to those, did you have any thoughts or questions about those first few?
You know, I think I need to actually taste Sidhu, the fermented bread drink, before I can really wrap my head around it.
I know, it's a tough one to imagine.
It's a concept I've never heard of before.
You and me both.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to those fruity drinks. Now I'm ready for a little taste of sunshine. Yeah. Okay, so get ready for some real Himachali sunshine in a glass. We're talking about fruit wines and ciders that truly capture the flavors of their orchards and mountain air.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about these delightful concoctions. What's the first one on our list?
Okay, so let's start with Kulu wine,
Okay.
named after the beautiful Kulu Valley. You know, that breathtaking region with all the apple orchards and stunning scenery?
Yeah.
Well, this wine is made from the best of that local bounty. They use apples, grapes, berries, whatever's in season. So it's like a taste of the valley itself.
I'm all about using fresh local ingredients. So how do they actually make this wine? Is it like regular winemaking?
Yeah, the basics are pretty similar. They crush the fruit and ferment it just like you would with grapes.
Okay.
But here's where it gets interesting. They often use wild yeast for fermentation.
Huh.
You know, the kind that's naturally present in the environment.
Oh, wow.
So that gives it a really unique character. And instead of those big stainless steel tanks, they age it in clay or wooden barrels, sometimes for weeks or even months. So you can imagine how those flavors develop and deepen over time.
Yeah, that's incredible. Wild yeast in clay barrels. It's
Right.
like stepping back in time a little bit.
Exactly. It's a reminder that good things take time, and that sometimes the old ways are the best ways.
It's all about tradition and patience.
Just like with a good bottle of wine. Now, can you imagine yourself sipping on this Kulu wine at a festival in the valley surrounded by music and dancing?
Ooh, yeah, with the Himalayan mountains in the background. Sign me up.
It's like a sensory overload in the best way possible. The sights, the sounds, the flavors all coming together to create this unforgettable experience.
This sounds magical. All right, so we've got the Kulu wine. What other fruity treats are we missing out on?
Okay, so remember how I mentioned apple cider earlier?
Yeah.
Well, Himachal Pradesh has their own version,
Yeah.
and it is fantastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called Congri, and it's especially popular in the Solon and Mandi regions.
Right.
They use those delicious Himalayan apples to make it. So it's got this crisp, refreshing flavor that's just perfect on a chilly day.
All right, so it's like their own unique spin on a classic fall drink.
You got it. It's like experiencing a familiar flavor, but with a whole new level of depth and character. You know, like when you hear a song you love, but it's covered by a different artist?
Yeah, I get it.
It's the same song, but it feels brand new.
I love that analogy. All right, so we've got the Kulu wine and the Congri. That's 2 fruit drinks down. I'm ready for more. What else is on the menu?
Okay, so we've talked about fermented drinks and fruity drinks. But now it's time to dive into the world of herbal infusions.
Ooh, okay, I love a good herbal infusion. What kind of concoctions are we talking about here?
In Himachal Pradesh, herbal infusions are more than just drinks. They're like a tradition, a way of life.
Okay.
They've been using wild herbs for centuries to create these incredibly flavorful and often medicinal beverages.
Oh, wow.
It's really a testament to their deep connection with nature and their understanding of the power of plants.
Yeah, it's like they've taken herbal medicine and turned it into an art form.
Exactly. So are you ready to explore some of these herbal masterpieces?
I'm all ears. What's the first herbal infusion we're gonna try?
Let's start with something simple and refreshing. Perfect for a hot summer day. It's called sidra.
Sidra. Okay.
It's basically an infusion of wild herbs found in the region, often sweetened with a touch of sugar. It's like a homemade iced tea, but with a uniquely Himachali twist.
I can already imagine how refreshing that must be. It's like a taste of the Himalayan mountains in a glass.
Yeah, it's like a little escape from the heat.
Yeah.
A moment of pure refreshment and relaxation.
Okay, but now I'm ready for something a little stronger. Something with a bit more kick to it. Do they have any herbal infusions that are a little more adventurous?
Oh, you're talking about sham.
Sham.
Yeah, the potent herbal liquor we mentioned earlier, remember?
Oh, yeah, the herbal liquor. That's the one I'm still a little nervous about.
Well, this definitely falls into the category of herbal infusions, but it's not for the faint of heart.
Okay, so tell me more about sham. What's in it? How do they make it?
The exact recipe can vary from place to place, but it usually involves a blend of wild herbs, roots, and sometimes even fermented fruits.
Okay.
Each ingredient is carefully selected for its unique properties and flavors. It's like a secret family recipe passed down through generations. Then they distill this mixture to create a strong aromatic liquor that's definitely got a kick to it.
So it's like a concentrated dose of the Himalayan wilderness?
Yeah, you could say that. It's definitely a drink that commands respect, not something you just gulp down.
Okay, well maybe I'll work my way up to sham. But for now, I think I'll stick with the refreshing sidra.
Sounds like a plan. There's an herbal infusion for every mood and occasion in Himachal Pradesh. We've only just begun to explore the possibilities.
I'm excited to see what else they have in store for us. From what I've heard so far, Himachal Pradesh is like a wonderland of flavors and traditions.
You said it, and we're about to uncover even more. So buckle up, because our deep dive into the world of traditional Himachali beverages is far from over.
Okay, so we've covered fermented drinks, fruity wines, ciders, herbal infusions. I mean, the variety is incredible.
Right. It's like they've got a drink for every occasion, every season, every mood.
Exactly. But you mentioned a few more surprises, right? I'm ready to be surprised.
You know what really amazes me about Himachal Pradesh? It's this blend of tradition and adaptation. They hold on to these ancient recipes, but they're not afraid to experiment and evolve.
Okay, so what kind of experimentation are we talking about? What's the first surprise you have up your sleeve?
Okay, so let's talk about bang.
Bang. I think I've heard of that, but I'm not really sure what it is.
It's a drink that's deeply rooted in tradition and spirituality, but it's also one that often raises eyebrows.
Okay, why is that?
Well, bang is a cannabis-infused drink, traditionally consumed during festivals like Holi.
Wow. Okay, cannabis infused. So this is not your average afternoon tea.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
It's important to understand the cultural context here. The preparation and consumption of bang are often accompanied by specific rituals, and it's definitely not something to be taken lightly.
Yeah, I can see how that would be a surprise for some people. So how do they make this bang? What's in it besides cannabis?
Well, they typically blend cannabis leaves with milk, sugar, and sometimes spices like cardamom or saffron.
Okay.
And then they brew it slowly to really infuse those flavors and, well, the effects of the cannabis.
So it's like a carefully crafted drink with a lot of history and tradition behind it.
Exactly. It's not just about getting high. It's about connecting with something deeper, something spiritual.
Wow, that's fascinating. Okay, so we've gone from fermented bread to cannabis-infused drinks. What else is there?
Let's take a break from the complex and the potent and go back to basics. Have you ever heard of neer?
Neer. That sounds familiar. Is that like water or something?
It's actually buttermilk. Just a simple, refreshing drink made by diluting curds with water and adding a pinch of salt.
Oh, buttermilk. Yeah, I've had that before. It's pretty good, especially on a hot day.
Exactly. Neer is a staple in Himachal Pradesh. It's cooling, it aids digestion, and it's the perfect way to beat the heat.
So simple yet so effective.
Yeah.
Okay, but you mentioned that Himachal Pradesh is all about adapting traditions too, right? What's a modern twist on a traditional drink that we might find there?
Well, with changing dietary needs and preferences, they've started to incorporate new ingredients and create drinks that cater to those modern lifestyles. A great example is soya milk drink.
Okay, soy milk. I can see that becoming more popular. So how do they make soy milk in Himachal Pradesh? Is it different from what we're used to?
They usually use locally sourced soybeans blended with water, and they often sweeten it with sugar.
Okay.
It's a nutritious dairy-free option that's becoming more and more common, especially in urban areas.
So it's like they're taking a modern ingredient and incorporating it into their traditional way of making beverages.
Exactly. It shows that tradition and innovation can coexist and even complement each other.
Yeah, I love that. It's like they're honoring their past while embracing the future.
That's Himachal Pradesh in a nutshell. A beautiful blend of old and new.
Well, this deep dive has been a whirlwind of flavors and surprises. We've gone from fermented beers and bread drinks to potent liquors, herbal infusions, a cannabis-infused drink refreshing buttermilk, modern soy milk, and even Himachali apple cider.
And we've only just scratched the surface. There's a whole world of Himachali beverages out there waiting to be explored.
It's incredible how much variety and ingenuity they have when it comes to drinks. I mean, every drink tells a story. It's a reflection of their culture, their history, their connection to the land.
That's what I love about exploring traditional beverages. It's like a window into a different way of life.
It makes you appreciate the simple things, the art of brewing, the joy of sharing a drink with others, the connection to the ingredients and the land they come from.
It's a reminder that sometimes the best things in life are the ones that have been passed down through generations.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know about you, but I am definitely feeling thirsty after this deep dive. I think I need to go find myself a nice, refreshing Sidra, or maybe even a Congri if I'm feeling adventurous.
Cheers to that.
And to all of you listening out there, we encourage you to keep exploring the world of traditional beverages. You never know what hidden gems you might discover.
Happy sipping, everyone.
Until next time, happy deep diving.